Fire away.
Well, Brett, what do you make of that? A grinding win, terrific win in the end, but seesawing contest.
Yeah, that was really hard work. We didn't get away to a great start. I think the Dogs had 4 goals too before we'd even scored, and we just looked a bit tentative, a bit cautious early, and their pressure was incredible. They really brought the heat early in the match today, and fortunately we were able to get on top, I thought, in the second and third quarters, and then grind out a win. That fourth quarter wasn't pretty for us. I think it became a bit of a shootout, which, as we've talked about in the past, that doesn't really suit our style, but yeah, fortunately we had some pretty good individual efforts to get us over the line, that real want to win, that real desire, and these wins on the road are really important in your season, and yeah, obviously really happy that we can come away and beat a really good side.
When you weigh it up, obviously the 4 points are invaluable. The difference between 3-3 and 2-4 is huge, but yep. What do you take out of the contest?
We didn't have many winners today. And I spoke to the players afterwards. Sometimes you just got to win ugly. I didn't think we controlled the game like we have the last couple of rounds. But that's AFL footy. This is a really tough competition, and there's not many easy opponents out there. This was a good side that we played today, and to come away on the road and to beat the Dogs, who are really fired up, and I really liked how they played today. But to get the 4 points, that's paramount. But we've still got to go back and review the way we played and make sure that we can still keep improving, because yeah, things don't get any easier.
Good comeback win though. You were 28 points down.
Yeah, and we're still a very young side too. I mean, if you look across our experience, when you look at our games played, we're very young. We're still learning as well how to be ruthless, and sometimes, like I said before, you have to just come away and just find a way to win and grind it out. And it wasn't pretty. I won't spend too much time reviewing this game because it's not a good one to watch back. But we can still learn. That lead we took into the last quarter, we shouldn't got back to scores a level, or they hit the front. So the game shouldn't have been in that position. But yeah, overall, take the 4 points and get home.
You had a bit of time to adjust, given they kicked the first 4 goals so early on in the game, but having to find something late in the last quarter must have pleased you because they had so much less time to work with.
Yeah, we started with 7 defenders today, and we went back to just playing even numbers, and we made it more of a contest. They smashed us early in contested ball, which is, I know Macca really well from our Geelong days, and I know both sides really value contested ball highly, and it wasn't until we got the game back in a contest that we were able to, I guess, break even with the Dogs. And I guess in the end, our tall forwards were really, really valuable. Podsy, Adelaide, Jenkins and even Lynch, those 3 combined, I think, to kick 8 or 9 goals between them. So today those boys got on top, which is really good. And yeah, eventually I think our midfielders were able to get on top of their mids and get the ball forward. So that was a critical part of the game.
Brenton, do you feel like you're back in the ballpark? Like you lost your first 3, now you've won 3. You've got a weaker opposition next week than the bye. Do you feel like you got your momentum back?
Yeah. You're right. Even when we were 0-3, there were still some patches of footy we were playing really well. And in the first 3 matches that we lost, we were either hit the front or within a couple of points late in the game. And for whatever reasons, we weren't able to stay in the contest for long enough. But the last 3 games have been a bit more like us, and we've been able to play a bit better footy for longer. But as I said, we've got a 6-day break getting ready for Melbourne now. 3 and 3 is much better than 2 and 4. So now we've just got to, I guess, regroup, lick our wounds, get back home and recover as best we can for a 6-day break against the Demons.
Brenton, you talked about your tall forwards. Do you think they're feeling a little bit of pressure for their spots, knowing that Tex has come back and kicked 3 in the Sandful?
I don't think they feel pressure for their spots. There's a really healthy rivalry at our footy club for positions in the team, and you have to understand you can't not contribute and keep your spot in the team. Taylor Walker was fantastic on Friday night in our State League side. We'll have the debate this week whether we bring him back or whether we wait another week. The plan was to give him 2 runs in the SANFL, but he looked really sharp on Friday night. Kicked 3 goals, got plenty of the footy, took him off early in the last quarter when the game was shot, but that'll be a good debate for the coaching group this week. Stick to the plan or bring him back in.
Okay then, Tex.
Yeah, he pulled up well from the game. His rehab program, I mean, nothing went wrong. He had a fantastic 12 months in preparing himself for now, and those that saw him play live on Friday night, they know he's ready to play. It's just, I guess, a decision now between the coaches, Tex, and the medical staff whether we give him one more run in the State League or bring him back in next week. But the great discussion on Talkback Radio will be who drops out. You know, Jenkins, Podsy, Adley, Lynch. Can you play all of them? Can you add Walker to that mix? So that'll be something for Talkback Radio this week, and I guess behind closed doors at our footy club.
It's a bit cool because you were thinking you'd give him at least 2 games in the SNFL, weren't you?
He just looks so good. You know, he looked ready to play, but my gut feel is to give him another game in the State League, just for his own confidence, just prepare him. So when he does play, he's in match form as well as being physically ready to play.
Last couple of
Is your starts a concern?
Yes, they are, because we feel like we're doing everything right. I don't want to talk about it too much, though, because then the players will believe it. Sometimes that's not the case. We didn't execute the fundamentals well in the first 15 minutes of the game. Their pressure was great. They forced turnovers. We made some poor decisions. I don't think they're an issue because it's just sometimes a combination of a lot of small things that add up to a poor start. But the energy in the rooms, the preparation pre-game, I don't think we can change much there. I think it's just, and who knows, this week we start really well and we can put that to bed. But as I said, I don't really want to talk about it too much, otherwise the players start to believe it.
Brenton, Patrick Dangerfield, what do you make of his game? I think he had 22 contested possessions. It wasn't a 5-goal game and he copped an absolute battering. Pretty inspirational stuff from him.
Yeah, he looked sore after the match. His first half was amazing. He got us back in the game, I felt, and he just seemed to pop up wherever the ball was. He does some brilliant things, he'll be sore. He'll jump in the ice bath tonight and probably soak in it for a couple of hours. He'll be sore. He'll be bruised. He's going to have to, unfortunately, live with that for the rest of his career. That's just the attention, and that's the way he plays too. It's not the opposition always hitting him. He puts his body in positions that most of us wouldn't.
At three-quarter time, did you see that one?
No, I was coming down. Yeah, someone, I don't know. I just asked the players what happened. They said something happened to Danger at three-quarter time, but I can't comment because I was running down the stairs, so I missed that one.
Did you have a conversation with Patrick at three-quarter time, though? Like, were you confident he'd be able to finish the game?
Oh yeah, no issues with Danger. It's impossible to keep him from going back on the field. Or he's an absolute beast.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
As I said, I'll shoot out a little injury update note.